Hello and welcome everyone to match 2 of TCW action, and in this matchup we are going to have the Nature Boy take on the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes.
I'm not going to lie, this is the one I was most excited for, to see these two combatants lock horns in the squared circle.
One of the greatest rivalries in all of wrestling, and who's going to take home the victory on TCW TV tonight?
There he is. Success.
A lot of people would say he's the personification of wrestling.
If you're trying to build the perfect wrestler, this is what you start off as the foundation. You picture Ric Flair.
Wow, what high praise from Sir Fudgy. But his opponent.
But then again, the inside, the heart, the desire, you have to think that Dusty has that.
I'd have to totally agree with you there. If there was ever a man who willed his way to the top, well, Dusty Rhodes would have to be that man.
He's worked for everything that he's got in this industry.
The son of a plumber against the man with a silver spoon, duct tape, no, rather surgically
implant
in his hand. And tonight is the night that they face off Una Mas.
There you go, they'll test his strength.
Flair surprisingly won the test of strength. And I would only assume that he would win that later on in the match after he had worked Dusty over.
Dusty has surprisingly good cardiovascular training.
I would definitely agree with you. He often gets underestimated based upon his look, but definitely one of the most agile big men to have ever laced up a pair of boots.
Absolutely. Has to be up there with the greats as far as big men go. But just overall wrestling ability, he possesses it.
Now, I would say that, I mean, for all of you people who have seen the thousands of matches between Flair and Dusty, we don't need to explain it to you, but for the novice fan, I would have to say, or just someone new to wrestling or hasn't seen, that wasn't part of that era, Dusty, I would say, maybe more of a brawler and Flair more of a technician.
Yes, Dusty can go toe-to-toe, but they have little wrinkles in the game. Ric Flair is, of course, known to be a little dirty. Some tactics that he employs is looked down upon by other wrestlers.
Some underhanded tactics for sure.
Dusty, a surprisingly good amateur wrestling background.
Wow, I was honestly unaware of that, but we do know his son, Cody, don't call him Rhodes, also a very good amateur wrestling, both hailing from the state of Texas, where everything's bigger, including egos, but you don't see that much in Dusty.
No, not really.
You certainly see that in the Nature Boy.
Nature Boy thinks he's the best. He prepares to be the best, and he will let you know about it.
Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, limousine riding, jet flying, kiss stealing, wheeling dealing, son of a gun. Woo! And he's having a hard time keeping those crocodiles or alligators down. Well, I don't know what he's wearing this week.
It looks to be some sort of mix between the two.
Yeah, it's more expensive when you mix the crocodile and the alligator, but modern science hasn't quite figured out how to make a cheap boot for Ric Flair.
He hasn't seen a price tag that he's shied away from yet.
That might be the match of the century, my friend, but if that's the match of the century, this will be...
Oh, there it is, Dusty Rhodes.
A very close second place, my friend.
Well, he better keep his eyes on the prize, and that is winning this match between Dusty Rhodes.
And if it hasn't been said already, they both thrive on emotion and the roar of the crowd.
Rick can win while being booed. I believe Dusty, he wants that adoration from the crowd. He wants to be an inspiration to them. Rick
Maybe even more than being... maybe even more than being a champion. And to me, I think Flair is mostly after the accolades and could care less about anyone besides those 18 to 35-year-olds that want to ride Space Mountain, woo, all night long.
Absolutely. Two opposing viewpoints on the industry here. And there's
a beautiful chop by the master, and what a pile drive. And did you notice he pulled the trunks to gain some leverage to drive the head on that pile driver?
2 count for his troubles. Rick, quick to pounce on his...
you could call him Slick Rick or Quick Rick, whatever suits your fancy, and a double axe handle off the apron. And goodness gracious, he is going for the suplex.
Really showing off the power, which is something you don't see from Rick that often.
The suspension suplex, it drains the blood to the head, disorients the opponent, and makes the landing ever so painful.
You know what they say, it's getting...
Rick
my
goodness,
for the count out.
This is going to be a count out.
Dusty at 19 gets in.
Barely gets back in the ring. I was disappointed that we would see a finish like that to this
Rick
match.
Doesn't care how it gets done as long as the job is done.
Exactly. He'll take a victory from your grandmother as long as it counts in the record books.
And Dusty seems to be a little perturbed.
And what is he? He's patting the little tuchus there. He's
showing off the derriere.
He's patting tuchus, and we're going to see another pile driver here.
Unbelievable.
And that could cripple you. That is a crippling maneuver for sure.
Banned in some organizations.
Reminiscent of, reminds me rather of Austin Owen Hart.
We all know what happened there.
Broken neck was suffered, and Austin, not a member of this roster. Owen is, however. But Austin accounts that it felt like a gong went off in his head when it hit the mat. And I mean, you got to be wondering, are both of these opponents feeling that now after they've both been pile driven?
Only time will tell. Dusty has the upper hand
as he has the figure 4 leg lock applied to Flair, and ironic.
You know that has to get under Rick's skin.
I think it's kind of a point of pride there where Dusty's saying, hey, I can do it too, brother, and you know they are talking smack in the ring, and look at him he is pumped up.
Feeling it. He is feeling it right now.
And he landed the bionic elbow.
Very close count.
Razor thin there. Flair is flirting with disaster.
I have to say, Dusty may have the best elbow.
He rolled him up.
He rolled him up.
Into the rope. Sorry to cut you off there, sir. Fudgy Esquire, but we nearly saw an end of the match there.
Absolutely.
But back to your point, best elbow in the business?
Absolutely. He told me it's the best 3-second elbow in the business.
Certainly best elbow that's not off the top rope, and he nearly got it.
Another close call, but now Rick firing up.
You can hear his woos echo throughout the arena. He is, this is it. He's going for a bionic elbow.
There it is, ladies and gentlemen.
And it connects. This should be
too close.
In the ropes.
The ring awareness, he was too juiced up for that move and wasn't quite sure where he was in the ring.
Certainly would have been a victory in my eyes. And now he is just, again, can you hear the roar of that crowd?
Absolutely. They are loving it here. They're loving Dusty.
What is he going for here? Another elbow on the prone Ric Flair.
Bringing all his body weight down on that elbow.
And then a running power slam to follow it up. Is he going to be able to land another bionic elbow there?
Running bulldog.
Good call. Flair now sends him to the outside.
He's right by our desk. Get out of here.
Too close for comfort. He's going to land another bionic elbow on the outside.
Maybe Dusty going for the count out.
I would be very surprised. I think he wants to pin or submit Flair in the ring.
You have to think so. Oh my goodness, they're right in front of us here.
And they are getting awfully close to the count of 20. Is Dusty going to be able to get up?
Will he meet the count? He was 19 last time.
He hit the barricade.
It's going to be close. He hit the chair.
That could have cost him the match.
He tried to swing at him. He missed, and the ref apparently is not going to call it.
He's letting everything fly here tonight.
He knows how big this match is. Sometimes it's just bigger than the rules.
Flair, I think, trying to catch his breath. We're almost at the 18-minute mark.
My goodness.
I mean,
What's going to put one of these men away? Rick really won that count-out victory.
now I mean, correct me if I'm wrong.
Yes.
Dusty has applied the figure 4, and Flair has not yet.
That is correct. Wouldn't be surprised to see a little elbow action from Ric Flair.
Perhaps
Just to give him a little
taste of his own medicine.
Navajo, how do you do?
I mean,
Dusty, another check.
they are absolutely flirting with disaster on the outside of the ring, folks. I wouldn't have it any other way. This has got to be one of the most exciting matches I have seen.
Oh, this is not disappointing at all, Trumbull.
And it should be noted now that we are nearing the 20-minute mark as Flair rolls up Dusty. This could be it.
And he gets out with the little schoolboy action.
What a match, and Flair takes home the victory.
Can't see I saw it ending that way.
I think he got desperate. He had to go into his playbook and
Rarely do you see Dusty.
get rolled up like that.
Absolutely.
I mean, certainly exhaustion had to be a factor. They left it all out in the ring, though. Kudos to both competitors.
Absolutely.
But we got some tag action coming up next as Bret Hart will tag with, ooh, yeah, the Macho Man.
It's just getting a little bit more mad in here. You can feel the madness rising.
Dig it.